You know that feeling when you're in an English class, but it doesn't really feel like a class at all? It feels more like a real, genuine conversation? Ever wonder what the secret is to that kind of experience? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain and look at a specific methodology that makes every single class feel just like that. Let's dive in. So, whether you're a parent looking for the best for your child or you're a student yourself, the big goal is always the same, right? Fluency, the ability to just talk with confidence and ease. But how do you actually get there? How does a classroom transform into a place where conversation just flows? And here's the thing, it's not magic, not at all. That effortless, organic feeling you get in a great class, that's actually the result of a really deliberate, carefully designed system working behind the scenes. It's a framework that's built to turn every lesson into a real step towards communication. Now, at the very heart of this whole system is a tool called Class Notes. And I want you to think of it like a personalized map, a unique guide for your own journey to fluency. And trust me, it's way more than just a quick summary of what happened in class. Yeah, these class notes are a really dynamic tool for growth. See, after every single lesson, after that natural conversation we talked about, the teacher goes back and creates a roadmap just for you. It targets your specific challenges and pinpoints your potential for improvement. And what's so cool about this is the collaboration and the incredibly high standards behind it. This isn't some generic worksheet they print off the internet. It's a resource built by teachers and pedagogical coordinators, and it's tailored to you. It's even aligned with international standards like the CEFRL. That's the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, and it's designed to do more than just teach you words. It's about building critical thinking and cultural awareness. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, but how do these class notes actually work in practice? Let's deconstruct the method a bit and look at two key components, two pillars, that are absolutely fundamental to building that real-world fluency. First up, idiomatic expressions. This is where language gets its color, its personality, you know? It's where the culture really shines through. And let's be honest, this is a huge stumbling block for a lot of students, especially if you learned from a traditional textbook. Because these phrases, well, they just don't play by the normal grammar rules. The whole idea here is to get you past that stiff textbook English. It's about preparing you to navigate conversations the way people actually speak, making your communication feel way more natural and, honestly, a lot more engaging. All right, on to our second pillar, the writing process. And I really want you to focus on that word process, because this isn't just about handing in an assignment and getting a grade slapped on it. Not at all. The focus is on the journey, on developing and truly mastering clear, effective writing. See how this works? It's not a one-and-done deal. This whole thing is a partnership. It's a cycle of creating something, getting feedback, and then refining it. You're not just being told what you did wrong, you are actively involved in making it better. This approach makes sure the learning really sticks, building not just your writing skills, but also your ability to take feedback and grow from it. And this leads to a really fundamental shift. This method completely redefines your role as a student. You go from being a passive listener, just sitting there taking in information, to becoming the protagonist, the main character of your own learning journey. So what does that mean for, homework? Well, it gets a total makeover. Instead of those generic, passive exercises we all remember, the work you do outside of class becomes active engagement. It's personalized practice that's designed not for grade, but to genuinely make you a better communicator. So let's circle back to those idiomatic expressions for a second. With this method, your task isn't just to memorize a long list of phrases. The goal is so much deeper than that. It's to truly understand the culture behind the words. This right here is the secret sauce. When you find an equivalent expression in your own language, you're not just translating words, you're connecting concepts. You're building a bridge between two cultures in your own mind. And that creates a much stronger, more intuitive understanding that helps you actually remember and use the expression correctly. Okay, so let's put all these pieces together. We've looked at the class notes, we've seen the key pillars of the method, and we've talked about the student's active role. Now, let's see how it all comes together to hit that ultimate goal, confident, real-world conversation. This is the core philosophy right here. Every single part of this methodology, every note, every exercise, all the feedback, it's all designed with one thing in mind. Language is just the tool. The real goal is effective communication. And here it is. This is the complete system in action. It's a cycle.
It starts in the classroom with a natural, organic conversation. That conversation is then analyzed by the teacher, which leads to those personalized class notes. Then, you, the student, engage with those notes in a targeted way. And what happens? Your communication skills get better. Then, you bring those improved skills back to the classroom. And the whole cycle starts again, creating this powerful upward spiral that builds real fluency.
So in the end, this methodology gives you the map and all the tools you need, but it puts you, the student, right at the center of the journey. It's an invitation to take real ownership of your learning. The path to fluency isn't about finding some perfect teacher or magic textbook. It's about you becoming the protagonist in your own story. So the only question left is, are you ready to start writing it?